Hello and welcome to my brand new channel, Planning Pointers. If you're new, if you don't know me from a previous main channel, my name is Ricky and I have a very big love for planners, and that's why I wanted to create this channel. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads. It would definitely help me out with this brand new channel. I really do appreciate it. So to start this whole thing off, I thought what better topic to talk about than why I started planning in the first place and really getting into the planner community on YouTube. I actually got this video idea from E.Michelle, who is another planner YouTuber, and she's very charismatic and very fun to watch. So I appreciate that she created this video topic with a couple of other YouTubers, actually. I will have another video in the future on my planner journey and what I've tried, but to start things off, I started getting into planners in general from a young age. I remember I went to Walmart and I, picked one of those cheap things up, and that's when it really started, but I was always kind of on and off. And then as I got older, I'm 28 now, and I started YouTube as a whole. The very beginning of my YouTube journey was 2009 with a completely different channel and genre. And now, as I've switched gears and I've become more of a freelancer on top of YouTube with speaking engagements and other projects with other people, I needed something to get my life together. I do YouTube, I do Twitch, I do writing, public speaking. I have other streams of income that involve more work, so I just have to keep things in order and keep video ideas in order, especially now that I have a second channel, right? This one. One thing about me is that I am disabled, and one of those disabilities comes with chronic pain, brain fog, and also I'm working on getting officially diagnosed for this, but PTSD and things like that, and it kind of contributes to the brain fog and the memory loss that I've started to get in recent years. So I really need to get things down on paper or on an app like Google Calendar. So that's definitely one of the main reasons. I have so many different ideas for things, but then I'll completely forget about it even in 5 minutes. That's one of the most important things, right? That down and just get things together. You don't want to miss any appointments, whether they're doctors or work, just don't miss those things, right? Another thing for me was creativity. I loved to color as a kid. I would draw. I used to draw Pokemon for Twitch. That was really fun to do, and I had actually gotten into bullet journaling at one point or another, and it was really cool to be able to draw and color and just kind of get whatever it was in my head on paper. And I don't really do bullet journaling anymore, but you can still do that with other planners. So for example, I have a passion planner now, and you could still do that type of thing. Even with other more business, minimalist oriented planners, I have a cloth and paper one. You can still kind of, do that if you really, really wanted to. And then as far as community goes, I really like seeing the little community here on YouTube, people becoming friends, and I like making friends, so, I wanted to come be a part of this and hopefully make some friends. But a lot of these videos that are up have really helped me learn different ways to kind of organize my life, if you will. It's still very much a work in progress. I'm learning what works for me and what doesn't. I've gone through many different types of planning systems over the years, and I don't think I would have been able to do that. Well, I probably would have been able to not buy a whole bunch of planners, most of which didn't really work for me, so that's a bit of a negative. But I wouldn't have been able to, I guess, really learn what works for me or learn how to use certain things if it wasn't for a planning community. Kind of like with makeup, I really got into makeup once upon a time, and that was how I originally started on YouTube. And that was because of YouTube. I started watching on YouTube, and then I learned what works for me or how to make things work for me because of YouTube. But yeah, that's essentially why I got into this whole planet thing in the first place. I am sitting here wondering how so many of these YouTubers who are talking about this got such long videos, and I'm like, I wanted to get into this to get my together. That's the main thing of planning. That's what they're for, right? Let me know in the comments if you have gotten into planning. If you're watching this, you likely have, but who knows, maybe you stumbled upon this somehow. So, regardless, let me know if you're into planning, what got you into planning, and let's have a nice little conversation down in the comments, shall we? By the way, because I am deaf, I do make sure that my content is accessible, so this is captioned in English, but if you are someone who would love to translate this video, I will have a translation link down below if you want to help out with that. I would very much appreciate it. Be sure to share this video with your friends, any of your other planner friends. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I will see you later.